I could really go for some mama ricottas, man. I love mama ricottas.
I haven't been out there in a while.
What? In Uptown?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Well, not Uptown. You talking about off of Elizabeth? Is that the one you talking about? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't been there in a while, man. I should go there.
Bruh, get the sausage ravioli.
Oh, no. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. It was a pasta recipe that I'm making tonight. I'm glad you reminded me.
How C came over and she brought me some seafood dressing. It's the first time I ever had dressing in my life.
See, I'm not a seafood fan.
Well, here's the joke. My wife was looking at me crazy because she cooking. Some girl walk in the house with a plate. And then here's the thing. My wife can't eat seafood no more. So she looking like, oh, she bringing you just food.
No, that's the share. It's the share, honey. I am making pesto y pollo tonight.
Okay. Pesto and chicken. Thought I ain't know nothing.
No.
See, I know a little Spanish.
Yeah.
That sounds good. I like pesto sauce.
Yeah, so I'm making the sauce like young lady that I met in Bogota. She's a chef. So she actually sent me the recipe. I was like, yo, how you make that? So she sent me the recipe. So I'm making everything from scratch tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes. We need an honest review.
Maybe I should upload it. We need more content.
We do need more content. You need to do your live while cooking.
You know what? That is actually an idea.
See? So these women can't say, oh, we stay in the kitchen. Only thing y'all want from us is on our backs and on our feet in the kitchen.
You know what? I mean, you know what? I ain't going to start pot out like that today.
And yes, we do. But nah, what you been up to?
Oh, man, I don't know. Trying to figure out life, man. You know, year's coming to an end. Another grateful year of 2025, going into 2026. You know, looking forward to 2026. It's going to be a big year. Can't wait to see what the midterm election is going to be like, if we're going to have them at all. You know, I'm curious of the future.
I was going to make a joke about another year where we get to ignore your birthday because you don't want to celebrate it.
Yeah. You know what, man? My 50th. We'll do something big for my 50th.
Mimi, I'm putting you in charge of something different. Let's do something special for Mike's birthday. Whether we all go out, I will actually show up.
Let's do a 50th, man. It's only a few years away. Not even a few years.
Now we're gonna be famous.
Yeah, no, it's a few years away. Yeah.
I'm trying to see when your birthday fall.
Pod be taking off. You know, we have more people in the private Patreon that can come hang out and celebrate with us.
You want to do the day after your birthday, or you want to do that weekend?
Man, let's do the day after. Because you know nothing is going on that week anyway. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be here because my credit cards need to be paid off. So I will be here. Unless I hit a lick on one of these parlays one weekend.
You know the problem with that is you hit a lick and then you keep going.
No, the problem is we got 3 Raiders players watching George Pickens walk into the end zone.
Yo,
I know we in the sports section yet, but that was so egregious last night.
Hey man, they should have never gave y'all the internet or sports betting.
That really was. I'm not accusing anybody of betting George Pickens anytime touchdown, but 3 of y'all look like y'all had George Pickens anytime touchdown.
It is absolutely amazing. But yes, Mimi, let's do something special for Mike's birthday the day after Christmas. My in-laws still might be here, but I can pull something off. Yeah. I pull something else. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take Mike out somewhere. It'll be me, Mike, Mimi, Baraka. Who else we want?
I don't know who else will be in town.
All right, if you in town, hit us up. We'll
get the group chats in. Absolutely. Hey, matter of fact, another group chat coming for everybody that's been curious about the infamous group chats. We're combining the group chats, and then we're adding you guys out there in the crowd into the group chats. We're working on it, looking like it's going to be a Patreon since y'all all won't get iPhones. So,
Dwight,
just everybody. Remember we had to kick Dwight out because he had switched and he had messed up the group chat.
Yeah, Dwight, I don't.
We kicked him out. Once he came back to iPhone, we brought him back in the group chat. We're not iPhone elitists, all right? It's just that when you're not in there, Apple screws everything up. So when you drop stuff in there, you can't read it. You have to click on it to download. It's just a mess when it's a mixed group chat between Android and Apple.
We treated Dwight like how y'all used to treat them girls who used to have Androids back in the day. You'd be like, oh, nah, sis, I'm good. Dudes used to straight up curve chicks who had droids. Like, college.
I was never that bad. I like, you know what? You fine enough. We go struggle through this text message.
Nah, the fine girls had to crack the iPhones.
And you know, crack iPhone used to be a thing, boy.
By the
Until
baddies.
Apple made that Gorilla Glass. The crack iPhone.
The baddies loved having a crack phone.
The crack iPhone. It was almost like, is this a fashion thing? You gotta cut yourself when you using your phone.
Shout out to all the baddies. We love you. We appreciate you. I can't do nothing with you, but you know it sounds good to say. Speaking of the baddies,
good segue right here.
Let's see what we're gonna do, man. I hate you niggas.
It's hard out here for a woman. Give her $500. Give her $1,000.
Whoa.
Come on, y'all fucking wrong. It's Manurism to give that woman something.
I like this word, Manurism.
Who she done gave you her body. It's Manurism to take her out and get her something. You ain't shit. You send her back with a motherfucking hot pussy. As a player, as a Manurism, you ain't gonna send that bitch back with nothing. You ain't gonna send her back with nothing. If it ain't nothing but $300-400 for her to get through the airport.
Boosie ain't $300-400 to get through the airport. Boosie rich.
And if she come to you by her night, men with power get off on buying women nice things. It doesn't make her a slut. It doesn't make her like she
This
sold
music is
herself
hilarious.
for those
Music is
things.
killing it. I ain't
It's
gonna
hard out here.
I hate Boosie.
No, man. You know what? That's actually one of the best Boosie clips that we've got in the past 5 years.
Oh, I mean, yeah. But better than him telling us what he did to his sons that the whole community ignored. But go ahead.
Definitely ignored it. But hey, we Dana White stuff for people that we like, man.
Facts.
And we like Boosie.
We do like Boosie,
Yeah.
but this is tricky.
Yeah, this is 100% trick. And I'm not an anti-trick. I wouldn't even say I'm a reformed trick. I'm a broke trick right now. So like I wouldn't even say I'm reformed. Yeah. But here's the thing though. Manurism is not giving women money for them to like you, right? Which is not tricking. That's simping.
Yes,
right. But here's the thing: the moment it becomes an entitlement, or that's the only way you could get her, you're no longer tricking. You have moved over into sex work,
absolutely,
or sugaring, as they like to call it. And I think that's the danger of. I'm speaking as an older man, so I'm not saying Boosie's an older man. Me and Boosie's the same generation. As an older man, if the only way you could get her is through sugaring, you've moved into sex work. And you can't tell other men that sex work is the right way to go immediately.
Yeah, Boosie is from that generation where like the video girls was escorts.
Yeah.
Tricking.
I mean, it's the oldest profession.
It is the oldest profession, but like,
and I'm not anti-sex work. I'm very pro sex work.
Yeah, no, we both are. We've been saying that since episode 20.
Yeah.
But I think what happens is like, yo, if you don't teach a generation on how to have game and how to treat women and how to be nice to women and how to respect women and to navigate women.
Yeah, navigate. That's the right word right there. Like dating is navigation, bro. Everything is going to be different. You need to know when to buy flowers and when to give her, $100.
Yeah. So, but if you just like, hey man, she going to the airport because she gave you some box, you need to hand her $300. That's crazy. And I don't know how y'all spend $300 in the airport. How long is your layover?
There's no place to spend $300 in the airport.
Bruh, I did go to Dallas and I was at the bar for 2.5 hours and I only spent like $140.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna spend $1. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So
but it's $300, like, just to get through. Here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with taking care of women. There's nothing wrong with being a provider. There's nothing wrong with tricking. The only problem I got with simping is that y'all don't get anything back, so it ruins dating for the next guy.
Well, for me, it's like, you doing this for your woman or just any woman?
The way he's saying it is kind of like you doing it for any woman that comes over and gives her your body. And look, and I'm gonna say this, right? Once you get to a certain level as a man, like as guys are so bad at this, right? Access now is to you, right? It ain't to the woman anymore, right?
Facts.
Low key, a chick comes to Boosie house, she almost need to pay him. If she's not anyone that's known, right?
True.
Like how else are you gonna get access to this Georgia estate? How else you gonna get access to private drivers? How else you gonna get access to private chefs? Is he still? Yeah, I mean, Boosie keep a charge pending though. I don't know. Boosie,
Yeah, I think it's a federal charge though.
yeah, he keeps a federal
charge. He want Trump to get him off.
Yeah, so I mean,
pause because Trump. Never mind.
I know, right? Bubba. Internet. I didn't have a lot to write about this week because it was so much wild allegations. I was like, man, I can't have an outline of nothing but allegations.
Yeah, then we have to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this podcast. The views on this podcast are ours. They are just simply opinions. Do not take nothing as facts.
Not take anything as fact. Like it was a wild. Internet was wild all last week, man, of allegations for whatever is going on in that political sphere of the internet.
And we about to get to it. 1 second. See if it works today. I hate this, but I'm sending this shit back.
I'm Pastor Mike Will.
Now, I am Gavin B. Welcome to service. Sit down. The Black Dads Club. What the hell is the point of this podcast? Let's do it like that.
If you are a black male and you're in a jam, hit me up. I'll get you out.
Trying to save black men.
We give black men a place to be seen, a place to be heard.
Sometimes I got to push back because be lying.
They do, but so do women. So that's what makes the pod cool.
Strap in. It's about to be fun.
Black Dads Club. Now let's begin.
That is Pastor Mike Will. I am Gavin B. This is the Black Dads Club, episode 205, I believe. I'm pretty sure last week was 204. Shout out to everybody. We had a couple of comments come through on YouTube. Some people are finding the podcast. I love that for y'all. We are glad that you are here. One reason we are glad you're here because you could have listened to a worse podcast with worse visuals or a podcast with better looking guests, but Mike is losing weight. I got a haircut again. Like y'all have shamed us into looking better.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with a little shaming us into shape.
My wife was like, "Oh, are you going to get your haircut after the pod?" Because we was talking about the logistics of me moving around. And I was like, and I told something like that to Darnell. He said, "If you do not get your ass over here before you go on camera." I was like, all right, shout out to Darnell. I don't even know your Instagram. Plus, you don't post me on your barber page, so I'm not doing that. This episode is brought to you by Victory Dental. Mike, run them down on the deets.
Hey, man, Victory Dental and Indian Trail.
Yes.
My bad. Indian Land. I hate that y'all have
What's
these
the
two
difference?
places.
Never mind. We don't want to mess up your ad, Sid.
Hey, anyway, Dr. McDonald down there at Victory Dental, one of the best bros, listener to the podcast. Mm-hmm. One of the best things about Victory Dental is that they are open late. So if you work in Uptown Charlotte, we know y'all have that good FSA, HSA. So, but we also know that they made y'all bring y'all butts back to the office.
Facts.
So you got to be there all day. Mm-hmm. The good news is that Victory Dental is open until 7 p.m. and they're open on Saturdays. So get your butt down there. See Dr. McDonald come in. He is running a special on Invisalign.
$1,000 off.
$1,000 off Invisalign. And again, open late. That's the biggest thing because I know the banks made y'all come back to work in Charlotte. So he is open late. Set up your appointment. Go down there. Deal with Dr. McDonald. One of the best bros I've had the pleasure of meeting in Charlotte in the past decade.
And been supporting us for a minute.
No, rocking with us, from the very, very beginning, man. Yeah. So no, big ups to Dr. McDonald down there at Victory Dental in Indian Land, not Indian Trail.
Absolutely. Bad. And he's open on Saturdays.
Yep, open on Saturdays.
Shout out to Mike for that because Mike can freestyle off the top of his head. I have to have my paper, but Mike sounds better doing it. Dad tip of the week. Let me put it like this. We are in a climate now with like politics, certain things that is going on, whether it's celebrities getting into mess, and there's so much on whether it's race, sexuality, and especially we about to get into political season.
Yeah.
Do not take that stuff to your business page and risk it all. You don't have to hit send on everything. You don't have to type out everything. And let me tell y'all where this came from. I keep it real with y'all because I rock with y'all. Y'all listening. It was actually this. I got so upset this morning right before I go get my hair cut. I'm on Facebook. I'm scrolling, and I see a business page. It's a husband and wife ran business, and they both ChatGPT'd a full on like ice raised in Charlotte response. Like you can tell, and the whole point of the response, the whole point of their status separately, because they did it separately.
Oh, so they both was torpedoing their own business.
They were Ryan Clark in the situation, right? I'm not on one side of the fence. I'm not on the other side of the fence. I'm on the fence.
I'm on the fence.
But I'm encouraging everybody to come here and give me their thoughts. And they both, the corny part about all this is they last paragraph was exactly the same. And it was, I'm not here to argue with anybody, but I would just love for you to share your thoughts with me on this topic. And the only thing I kept thinking of is, first of all, you inviting the people who get off on this administration, their action, to come here and just spew whatever they want to. And then you inviting other people who are emotional, and I'm gonna just call liberals. Sometimes we get emotional. Y'all get emotional. I ain't part of no game, no set. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is you encourage them to come on there, and now you got people fighting, and then it's kind of like, yo, I'm just here to get my hair washed. I'm just here to get my teeth clean. I'm just here because I like your business or I like your photography or whatever the case may be. And I don't need to see all that. Now, also, I would say this. As a person who, there's some topics that I feel very personal about. Working in corporate, trying to go, take the entrepreneur route when Trayvon Martin was going on was tough.
Yeah.
Being a photographer and you seeing some of your clients talk about George Floyd was tough. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people this, if you run a business and you feel so compelled to talk about something, you better make sure you're on the right side of history. And you better be careful with your words.
Well, you got to know who your audience is, because that's who's spending money with you.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't mess up your bag having an opinion. Now, I know people say, like, yo, you should have convictions. But no, at the end of the day, business is business. And we're the only race of people who don't treat it that way. Everybody else, they protect theirs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, yo, look, I might feel away, but I'm not about to be John Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing you niggas wrong. Yeah. Slavery is wrong, but I got a business to run, right? Like that's where most people at. Most people are not going to be John Brown, and I can't say that's not unfair. I think that's why we elevate. Or we should elevate. We know most people don't even know who John Brown is, right?
Nope.
Now, right? But that's why we should elevate, right? But using him as an example, though, right? Because they don't, right? There's no holiday named after him.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't really promote people that do quote unquote the right thing. So anytime I see, to your point, right? Always try and be on the right side of history, right? My goal is always to try to be kind, right? Like, I don't try to be nice. I'm not nice. I don't have it in me.
Okay.
Right? But I'm always kind. Like, I'm always going to be the type of person that's going to be willing to pick you up, right? Which means that even if I don't disagree with you, like, how many times I've said to in group chat or to people like, yo, just because I disagree with the way that the country's going, I recognize that this is what democracy looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if I agree, right? If the vast majority said that this is the way, if I disagree with it, this is democracy.
Yeah.
Right? Democracy isn't when things go my way.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're just as authoritative as the other side. If you think that my way is the only way, doesn't mean that the other side is right. Doesn't mean that I'm right.
Yeah.
But it does mean that we've decided as a group, this is the direction. So when I see what's going on, with the ICE raids, I think they're wrong.
Yeah.
Right? But let's be clear. This was voted for.
Yeah, and so to give everybody, because maybe you're not from where we're from, or this is your second time or first time listening. We are in Charlotte, and this week ICE has been here. And because of the way targeted things are now, like if you in Charlotte, only thing on your Facebook feed is just everything.
Yep.
And it's honestly, me and my wife talked about it. If you don't know, because a couple of y'all gonna get mad at me one day and be like, your wife ain't black. That's their first thing to go to.
Boy, people go to your page. I love when people are pissed off at you. They run to your page and then they go through it. And then most of the time, like, I'll get like a comment that I'll see later. I'll be like, oh, they went to my page and made a comment here too, right? Yeah. But every time you go to that page, they should be locked.
Yeah.
It'd be a burner account. I will say this to anybody that's listening right now that's hate listening. If you're a burner account and you say something rude, I will block you.
Yeah.
If you say it from your account, I'll leave it.
Yeah.
But if it's a burner account, I'm going to block you because you're a coward.
Now, you
stand on it.
Yeah, do that or hide it. If it hides it, nobody else sees it, and they think they're still getting their shit off, but nobody ever sees it.
Oh, see, so you better than me because I was just blocking it. I'll start hiding it. I was like, because yeah.
Because they be getting that shit off.
Do not go if you go to a burner account to go get your shit off. And look, I'm not anti-burner accounts. I'm anti-burner accounts when you start taking shots at people. If you got an opinion, that you probably need to have a burner account because you're a director at your job. All right, that's cool. I get it, right?
Facts.
But if you like got a burner account and then you like. You little bald-headed, fat, you're getting blocked.
Mike is losing weight.
If you do that from your account, I'll leave it.
And Mike is losing weight.
I am losing weight because I was fat. You're right. Yeah, you guys are absolutely right. Yeah, they shamed us.
So in Charlotte, the ICE race is there. It's all over online. Yesterday, they said 21,000 kids did not go to school.
It's crazy.
Which is insane to think. Like, I seen a couple of people post. It was like, yo, my kid only had 5 or 6 people in their class, especially on like the side of town we're on, the south. So the east side, south side of Charlotte, both are like heavily like ethnic populations. I would say, the east side is more Spanish. The south, they run the south. Never mind.
Whole East Boulevard. If you want great Mexican or Ecuadorian food, that's where you go.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is they better than the south? I don't know. Maria's in Charlotte.
Yeah, the South Boulevard is rocking too.
Yeah, shout out to Maria's. They got two popping. Some black girl went in there during COVID, during TikTok. Took them out of here. Out of here. They put her face in the menu, bro. They got new menus to put her in there. She went in there and she need to own part of Maria's.
Dang.
We went in there one day. The line was outside. And we was like, yo, this is like the hidden spot.
Yeah.
Not no more. We ain't been back. They don't even know I got a kid.
Yeah, no. To your point, those good ethnic food. Hell, the ethnic food here is definitely better than the soul food I was complaining about yesterday that I could not find in Charlotte.
We do. we should talk about that.
We can't throw anybody up under the bus because we Dana White what our people do.
And Ben said he hates when we say we should talk about something and we never go back to it. I want a table why we don't have good soul food in here, and it has something to do with black people and their knowledge of how to run a business. But that's a whole nother subject.
Or service, perhaps.
Yeah. Those going, yeah.
Because the biggest complaint that I had with the restaurant that was here before it was sold, I'm not gonna call its name.
Okay.
But one of the biggest problems was I would call in my order, right? And then eventually you put your order in online.
Yeah.
And they trained you to not come pick up your order for an hour because it would not be ready.
Yeah.
Right? So eventually it would take you get there, you still have to wait. You put the order in, you get there an hour and 15 minutes later, and you still end up having to wait 15, 20 minutes on your food.
Well, I tell everybody, I stopped going to Sunset Soul Food.
See, I said, oh my God.
I stopped going there because I called. They said, give us 90 minutes, which is crazy. Y'all not making this from scratch.
Yeah. 90 minutes is insane.
So I go there.
But perhaps they are killing the chicken and plucking the collars.
I had to wait a whole nother hour. And the dude, he was like, what you need? And I'm like, y'all been waiting here for an hour. I called y'all an hour and a half ago. And I like chuckled. And he was like, what you laughing at? I'm trying to get you some food. And I was like, excuse me? And I told him, I said, you'll never see me again. And sure enough, I ain't saying that I'm the reason why they shit is going down, but God don't play about me.
Are they still open?
They still open, but it's not running no more. Like Hustle Man got on Facebook, talked about how they be dropping stuff, how they be getting their desserts from Food Line. He's a little off, so you can't really take it.
Hustle Man.
Yeah, that's his name. If I show him a video, you're going to be like, I've seen him all over online. But he cool people, man.
They get their desserts from Food Line.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, man. It'd be great. But back to ICE. Right. The ICE thing is so sad, and it kind of just ties back, me and my wife had this conversation. Oh, I was supposed to tell y'all, she's Puerto Rican. And so while all of her family members are legal, you know what I'm saying? That's not stopping ICE from just walking up on her or somebody in her family being like, nah, you coming with us.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're not arresting legal people. I think that's been the issue since day one is that they are arresting anyone. And here's the thing. I am...
That is profiling at its best.
Yeah, I am anti-profiling, right?
Yes.
And that would be all profiling.
Yes.
But especially when it's targeted to a specific race or demographic. Now, with that being said, when the election happened, I said we need a breakdown on how Latinos voted because we get all the votes come in as Latino. And I was like, that's not really how Latinos are broken apart. And I was like, I need to see those numbers on who is doing what. And I think this right here, I think if there's any positive thing to come out of these ICE raids is that we're going to start getting those Latino numbers broken down by demographics.
Oh, I don't think they ever going to do that.
Nah, I think that's going to happen because here's the thing: the election was tilted because of the Latino vote.
Maybe.
No. I went back through the voting. I went back through the voting like demographics and saw like what demographics voted for Biden and like what demographics moved over to Trump. And the vast majority that moved over from like Biden to Trump was Latino men. Well, Latino women to a lesser extent, but Latino men hugely moved from Biden to Donald Trump.
Yeah, but I mean, still, Democrats, what was it, like 4 million people didn't show up? It was like a large amount of people who didn't show up that voted the election before who did not. Like the total number was way down.
But I mean, that was the 2020 election. I think sometimes we forget that was a COVID year election.
No, I'm talking about, yeah.
So the people that voted for Joe Biden, a lot of that was mail-in ballots because people, we was used to doing everything online. I mean, Instacart took off. Like all these things all of a sudden took off, because of COVID. Like we've kind of forgotten what transpired that made everybody freak the hell out, in 2020.
But that still don't excuse that. However, whatever the number is, I can't get it off the top of my head right now. But it was a large.
No, it was a huge. No, it was definitely a huge.
Said, I'm not even voting.
A huge amount of people that didn't vote, which almost solidified the echo chamber of people saying that last election was fraudulent because it was a huge decline in numbers in 2024 and 2020. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a huge disparity in numbers.
Yeah, I think the sad part is like. We looking at this, they racially profiling. I'm not even worried about what this election did and what this administration is doing because we talked about this before all this happened. I said, oh, you really think he's going to deport and do all these raids? And you said, yeah, you said the difference is, I remember, I got to find the episode, but you said the difference is Trump is going to record it and make sure we all see it.
Yeah.
More than anybody. You said he might get the same amount of numbers that Obama did or less. He said, but one thing he going to make sure it happens that we see everyone.
Yep.
And he going to make it a showcase. So now I see the showcase, so I'm not shocked. I think what I'm shocked about is, and I'm not, we sat through Trayvon, George Floyd, Sandra Bland, we see all this, right? We seen Trump get elected twice. I still guess I'm just shocked about the amount of people that get online and you cool with this. Like, not that, hey, I voted for Trump. I see people who voted for Trump who are online like, yo, this is too far. This is too much. But bump them. I'm talking about the people who are just like, nah, they stole a job. Nah, they're criminals. Nah. And it was like crazy because they said they arrested like 81 people and only 2 people were criminals. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, what are you talking about? They not taking your seat at a college.
No, they're never taking anything like that. That is always part of the problem. And for a nation that was built on immigration, and I'm not even talking about African Americans because we didn't immigrate here. We were kidnapped and brought here. Yeah, right. But for a nation that was built on immigration to be anti-immigration, it's befuddling. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I look at it, I'm just like, what are you talking about? You're immigrants. You're 1 block from the dock. Your grandma doesn't speak English, right? And I'm not talking about Latinos. I'm talking about Euro Americans. Your grandmother is in Little Italy and she doesn't speak English, right? Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah. Speaking of running your business in the ground. Rory from the Rory Mall podcast. Rory, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to make it quick on you, buddy. Whenever you are called to the carpet on racism, misogyny, I don't think you had any LGBT tweets in there. But when they call you to the carpet on it, the wrong thing to do is laugh.
Yeah.
And especially when they pair those two things with race, misogyny, and they pair with Beyonce, you definitely don't laugh.
Oh, how did they pair it to Beyonce?
He had a couple of tweets about Beyonce that wasn't.
Oh, now what were these tweets from?
They were from 2011, I believe.
Look,
he was 1920.
That 2007 to 2012 run on Twitter.
Wow.
Was for everybody. I'm not excusing Roy, by the way. I'm just saying. I'm literally saying I'm glad I had Twitter because I used to use Twitter just because that's where the information would drop first.
Yeah.
So if you wanted information on something, you just go to Twitter, search it, and you'd find somebody on the ground. But I don't think I started tweeting on Twitter till like 2019.
Oh no, I was on there.
Yeah, like if you're listening to this pod right now and you have an important job and you was tweeting on Twitter between 2008 Barack Obama's second term, if you was on Twitter, go do your search history right now.
You know, it's funny. There are companies that will go through and delete all this stuff. I don't know how somebody like Rory, Maul, who are famous enough, right?
Yeah.
You leave the top black podcast, you start your own. Supposedly you got a bag. Shoot, Maul's brother is Biggs, who helped start Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Y'all are not non-famous people, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how y'all don't hire a team to say, hey, come clean up my past socials. Also, you should have did what I did. Hopefully I did it. Well, I say this. When I got to a point in my life, bro, when I had Twitter and I was back there. And back to give people, to put it in perspective, back on the old Twitter, the point was to say the wildest shit. And people would just retweet, follow, and laugh. Because people was just like, oh, this is funny.
It wasn't meant, I won't say it wasn't meant to be nefarious, but it was, like, there is a part of human society where we do the dumb stuff to, I guess, get a reaction.
Yeah, it's like dark humor.
Yeah, dark humor, right? Like, so that exists, right? And Twitter was a place where people was doing it in public. Because
Facts.
we didn't have group chat back then.
Also, Twitter was a small community.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's very, very.
People was on Instagram and Facebook. If you was on Twitter, it was like you just
nobody was paying attention to it. Yeah,
the point of Twitter was to get your thoughts out, and if your thoughts was wild, whether it was dark or whatever, nobody cared. Everybody was like, all right, it's just whatever. Oh, that's funny. Now you calling Beyonce names. You talking about her baby. You know what I'm saying? And while Roy might have been like 19 or 20, first of all, I've been following Roy long enough. I don't think Roy. I don't know the man. He don't strike me as a racist at all. And I don't think nothing was racist he said. I think it was just racially charged. But when you're a white ginger, they ain't letting you get that off.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, not only that, but the thing is, it's public record. When it hits, you got to be like, yo,
my bad.
I did it. You know what I'm saying?
And know where you going to apologize. Roy, I don't know. And I don't know why your black coworkers didn't tell you. You going on Twitter Spaces, that room was there to line you up. And that's exactly what they did. They lined you up. They started yelling at you. Dude who you was arguing with sounded like he wanted to fight you, and y'all on Twitter Spaces. He telling you to shut up, telling you to leave. He trying to trigger you to say something crazy to him so he can act like, yo, let's meet up.
Yeah.
I think he invited you to fight, and you was just like, pull up, I guess. Like, because you know it ain't that deep. And
yeah, I'm not fighting about the internet. It's not that serious.
It's not that. And so they were lining Rory up. But also, this reminded me when I was working at the Ritz and we got in trouble for adding on the CIAA tax. And that was the first time I ever learned about crisis management teams.
Yeah.
Rory, you should have hired a crisis management team to come in and tell you how to navigate this.
You gotta have loot for that though, and they might not have the loot for it.
The lie in the article said they got $10 million for their pod. You got something?
Oh, they got some loot there. Hey, can we get a bag? Good Lord.
Yeah, the podcast money gone. Let me play my baby Olandria, man. Here go a girl asking me for a favor. I love when you birds DM me, Gavin, they spell my name long. That means they want a free photo shoot.
Yeah, they want something.
No, I'm telling you what it is.
A free photo shoot.
Yeah, she fine too. She ain't my type. She too small for me. She like the size you like.
The guys, especially in Houston.
Like Olandria?
I would literally tell a guy, like, me being
Olandria
from
don't
South,
like
I'm
the
all
me's.
about Southern hospitality. I'm like, open my doors, buy me flowers, do this and do that. Like, emotionally be there for me for support. This man was like, I'd rather pay your bills and open your doors. Blocked.
Yeah, no, because I can do
bills
that.
gonna get paid, baby.
I hate people out.
This ain't no broke. I mean, don't come up here broken shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Come up here and be able to take care of me.
I'm not
like,
blocking no man to pay no bills.
emotionally, things
Yeah.
like that. Men suck in that way. Like, they don't know how to be there for me in that way. And Nick has showed me like this is actually possible. And what I was asking for was never too much. It was just the people I was asking it from.
Shout out to Olandria from Love Island. Definitely top 3 on the show as far as like fineness. I got her top 2. I can't say who I think is the finest because
You're gonna get blamed for being a colorist.
facts. And a girl said some racist shit online, so I mean, don't. Love Island. Before we get into Atlanta, Love Island has proven to me that people are now comfortable getting their racism off, like if they hide it behind their morals and values.
Yeah, I mean, like that Trump kind of changed that in 2016.
Yeah, but like, it's funny to see it go on TV.
Yeah,
and it's like, I'll give you a perfect example before we get to it. There was racist stuff like, people was saying, getting caught up. I don't know if you know, but like on her season, like 2 people got kicked off for saying something racist that didn't even happen on the show. But the people did no research. And then it was like, it was never a factor on the internet after like an hour after they got kicked off. Yeah. Because people were just like, okay.
I mean, like, we've said racism is cool in this country. Not we as in the Black Dads Club, but we as in America.
Like even on the last podcast, I mean, not the last podcast, Love is Blind last season, there were 2 white conservatives on there, and you know what time it was by the hair, by their lips, by their whatever. They didn't get married, but they had a whole conversation on what they'd do if they found out their kids was gay. And bruh, I just knew the internet was gonna be on fire the next day.
No, like
nobody cared.
People only get that anti I'm mad at racism stuff when racists aren't in power. When racists are in power, they quiet as hell. They quiet as a church mouse. And that's what honestly bothers me about liberals. It's because y'all, I mean, we said on the Stephen A. on that clip with Stephen A., right? We was like, y'all understand that supremacy is violence, right? And y'all respect it. Because y'all know those conservatives will put their cross in your yard.
Bro. Like they
right, even if it's the metaphorical cross, right? You know that they gonna go at your ass, and you know no one's gonna stop them. But when a liberal's in office or a moderate's in office, God forbid if it's a moderate, y'all go ham. Y'all protesting, pussycat hats. Can't do this, can't do the, Million Women March. Y'all do all of that, right? But when you supposed to do that, right? When an actual dude running ruckshot on all your rights. Everybody's quiet as a church mouse.
Bro, I told Karina, I said, Twitter, Threads, Facebook.
They're afraid. They're afraid, bro. They are afraid.
Bro, they both got up there and was like, no.
And then the people that could protect you, quote unquote, liberals from the conservatives, right? You demonize them.
True. What's wrong with Olandria?
Yeah, well, 1, she's lying, right? Like, no one is blocking the dude that pays all the bills. 2, she's lying about, I just want you to open my door and buy flowers and not pay bills. I think this is the problem with the internet, bro, is that, we allow people to just get it off, right?
Olandria is from the South, though.
Yeah, which means that she do want you to open her door. She do want flowers, and she wants you to pay her bills.
Yeah, she probably want both.
And if you pay her bills, like, I'm going to be honest, the flower buying thing, probably not that big of a deal. It'll be nice to have, but it ain't that big of a deal.
I don't know. Them girls from the South different. We know. We from down here.
Yeah, I know. I hate buying flowers, and I had to get used to doing it.
I bought some yesterday.
Yeah, like I had to get used to doing it because women do like buying like cut flowers, right? Yeah, not even because like I'm like this is how much of a I didn't know type man I was. I'd be like, I'd rather just buy you a flower from Home Depot, and they like no, I want. Cut flowers. So you want flowers that's going to die in a week.
Mike want his girl. I said your name so country. Mike want his girl to do manual labor with his gift.
There's no manual labor. You take the plant, you water it. That's all you got to do. Pick up a few leaves. But here's the thing. I grew up and I was like, you know what? If she want cut flowers, so that make her happy. I'm gonna just buy the cut flowers.
If women gave blowjobs with every time we bought flowers, then it'll go better. Sorry, we should probably.
Perhaps.
A little head go a long way.
A little head does go a long way.
But so here's the thing. I love Olandria. First of all, you fine. Second of all,
she's cute. She's cute for real.
She is beautiful to me. I would love to take pictures.
They almost ate her up though. She tried to do that waist thing.
Oh no, I was gonna tell you when they was about to eat her up. So Huda, this happened a month ago, maybe not even a month ago. So here's the thing. This is what makes me love Olandria more. She don't talk. And every week you go to her page, you see racist people talking about her skin tone, who she is, and they kick her back even more in because Olandria, I don't know how long you and Nick want to sell us that y'all together. We know y'all not together.
They're not together.
But I'm also cool with y'all milking this 15 minutes because when this is over, hopefully y'all both land in a place where you're making more money than before. And you can keep that going, right? So cool. I'm cool with that. But She's staying tall in it. But they was about to kick her back in because Huda was on a podcast with her new man. And somebody did a prank call on a live stream. First of all, I don't know who's doing all this. Y'all need somebody else to be running y'all live streams, not you. Because somebody called in the live stream. They call Olandria the N-word. She has nothing to do with anything. They called to another castmates. And Huda, because she's a dumbass, she's just a dummy. I knew that from episode 1. But sometimes when you don't hold people accountable, they keep doing dumb shit. So guess what Huda did? They called Olandria the N-word. She laughed, said, what did she say? And they hung up. Okay, well, the internet is forever. So they caught that. Yeah. That was quick. You know what happened? Huda lost all her brand deals the next day.
Good Lord.
But the reason why I say they was kicking Olandria back in, because she was like, oh, she went on her racism thing. And then she was like, I want everybody to donate money to a HBCU. And it was like, girl, what? Like,
did she go to HBCU?
I don't know.
Anyway, I
just thought it was interesting.
What I find interesting in this clip is that is cap. As young people say, it's cap.
Hey man, I stick with Olandria. I love you, girl.
It's cap.
You fine. And if you ever need, I would love to take your pictures.
Olandria, hit the Gavin up and get some photos.
She don't need me. She get the real photographers, the good ones. Do you want to talk about this normalizing cheating video?
I did I drop that in there this week? Mm-hmm. Normalize cheating for men. I don't know. This topic looks that looks terrible.
Hold on, man. It do look terrible. Hold on.
It looks terrible.
As far as in the pride part of being cheated on, the difference is they create community behind getting cheated on, where though we feel outcasted. Because when it's all said and done, we look at it like we shouldn't have been in that predicament. Our ego comes in and like, damn, that can't happen to me. I'm that guy. How the fuck I get cheated on? Is this guy better than me? What? So that's the reason why I'm like, you know what? Quiet as kept. I'm not gonna say nothing, because at the end of the day, by me speaking about this, it makes me show the weaknesses in me. Mm-hmm. Whereas though for them, it's like, oh, girl, come here. You're not the only one. We all been cheated on.
So he's on brand. I'm gonna let everybody know. He doing good so far.
Doing well.
Shout out to the Wolf Has Spoken podcast. This is on episode 66. We promoted you too much already. Here we go.
They get to utilize that as a strength. So I think that it's not that we don't share because of a pride. We don't share because of ego. The prideful part about it comes back to us not being able to forgive them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Whereas though they can look stupid in front of people with the same nigga that cheated on them 20 times, like, I'm not showing back up with her. So I think that
to the community.
Yeah. And but at the same time, it's still a community. Whereas though for us, we feel like, it comes down to us being able to have good judge of character. They don't get scored in that way. Nobody look at them like, oh, you made a poor judgment of character. You should have known. We would like to do that, but it just don't happen. But for us, it'd be like, I mean, you knew she was like that when you met her. She was already on that. You should have never put yourself in that predicament. Or what did you do or not do? It's always come down to us.
To your point,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't too mad at him about this.
I'm not either.
But I also have never been cheated on.
That you're aware of.
No.
Don't throw a never out there.
No,
on the internet.
No, I was made to look like a goofy.
Yeah.
And everybody around me was like,
yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah. Look, I've said it many times on this pod, I've seen more men stay with women that have cheated on them than I've seen women stay with men that's cheated on them.
Facts.
But I agree with what he's saying here. I think men, it does become, well, damn, you didn't take a really, good look under the hood to see what her character is. You know what I'm saying? And I think men do get judged on that, whereas women can date the dumbest men in the world, right? And then they're like, girl, he pretended to be somebody else, and be like, yo, it's only so many people a dude with a GED or dropped out his freshman year of college. So there's only so many personas this nigga got. Like, you can't be getting fooled by this guy, right?
And we about to play the black anti-intellectual clips next.
I know,
Go
right?
Ahead. Go ahead, Mike. Just prove them right.
I know, just prove them right. But no, I think as a man though, it's like, damn, man, like, it is that you knew what she was before you selected her.
Yeah, sometimes, but like, I hate to do this.
And sometimes you don't. I'm just saying, as men, that's how we're looked at. Sometimes you will date a woman and be shocked by what you have. Like, sometimes you be like, whoa, where the heck did this come from? Like,
I remember I circled back on something one time, and she had some new tricks. And I said,
yeah, so
how many bodies? That's what I'm saying. My face got played, but I ain't really. But also, is it cheating if we break up and she does something and then we get back together?
Let me put it to you this way. I as a guy that was probably a side dude for way too long of my dating career. I've seen women date men that are not great because they know he's gonna screw up. And when he screw up, they basically be like, yeah, I'm leaving you, but they know they're gonna get back with him.
Shout out to the homegirl. You know who you are. I know who you are. We use each other's side for a minute.
Yeah, and then what happened is, so during that quote unquote break, they know exactly where they're going. They know exactly what they're gonna do, and then they go and they do, and then 2 weeks later they're back with that person. Yeah. So
she married now with a kid.
Technically, they didn't cheat, but I mean, they look. They know what time it is.
Yeah, she's back with her. Shout out to the chicks who get their fun out and they go off. Look, shout out to her. I'm gonna tell you why. I tried to circle back at one point in time. She was like, yo, I found this new dude. He too good. I was like, you sure? Trying to talk this bitch back off the ledge.
Yeah, no.
It was a whole nother dude.
Yeah.
And bro, she's with that dude. They married. They got a kid. Congratulations to her, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, women cheat.
A true eater.
That's why she's married, Gavin. That's why we love women that are good at sex. Okay, like that's not new. Men are definitely suckers for some good sex.
A true eater.
Yeah. So, but I do think dudes get cheated on, and I do think men are looked at differently. But I will say this: if a man is cheated on, I don't really think it should be a point of shame for that man.
Me either.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it happens, it happens, bro, and it happens to a lot of guys. It happens to the best of guys. It happens to guys that are dirtbags, but it also happens to guys that are good. So if it happens to you, man, look, what life is always about what you could deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Not what everybody else could deal with. Like, look, there is a concern of, hey, you got me out here looking stupid. But if y'all can have a conversation about it and you think she's being honest and you want to move on. Like the only thing that I really can't deal with is deceitfulness.
Yeah, I think and I'm gonna be completely honest. The only dudes who I ever known that got cheated on, it happened during college. And I think all of us are older now to realize like that's just the arena of college.
Yeah.
Also, to be fair, and I've never spoken to nobody outside of college who's been cheated on, so I can't speak from that standpoint. I think when we were in college, niggas was getting their rocks off and they just thought their girl wasn't.
Yeah, their girl wasn't, right?
So,
yeah.
So like that's the funny part. But I would say this. If you getting cheated on, if you've been cheated on, the first thing in line of business is figure out what you want to do.
Exactly.
And I think that's the tough part for men because like you said, they always go back. Yes. All them dudes who got cheated on in college, they went right back to their girl.
Everybody goes back to your point, right? Especially she's a eater. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't leave this out here.
Yeah, I can't. She can't give it away to nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not to everybody else, but somebody else is getting it because that's why you got cheated on.
Yeah.
But everybody.
So figure out what you want to do. And then afterwards, it's time to course correct. A lot of us don't like that.
I would say normalize being able to have a conversation around it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like not normalize getting cheated on. I'm not telling niggas to go be cucks.
Yeah. I'm about to say because that's coming next.
Yeah, but I would say being able to have a conversation on it and to be able to remove the shame, especially when as a guy you've done all you could.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because bro, hey, you could do everything the right way and you could still be with the wrong woman.
Facts.
And as a man, there's nothing wrong with you making that mistake if you recognize it. The wrongness comes when you try to ignore it or you think that you can fix it. Like, bro, you can't fix anybody. You're not a trauma center. You're not a PhD or MD psychologist or psychotherapist, right? Like, you are a normal man trying to fix something that is broken and you're incapable of doing that. So it's like, just acknowledge it, recognize it, and again, how do we get here?
Yeah,
right?
Facts.
If you're on the road, 52 weeks a year, and your woman is a nympho, like, you might need to figure a way to get off the road.
That part.
Or get her on the road with you.
Well, that might be dangerous. That part. Politics. This is the segment of the podcast where we will probably be leaning more into because y'all don't vote and we got to get y'all to vote. Do they really want these Epstein files? I'm sorry. I keep seeing it every day on TV. It's on TV all the time. And I'm like, what are y'all going to do when you get them?
This is the thing. I don't think we're ever going to get the official Epstein files,
Facts.
Right? We're going to get some redacted, sanitized version of it.
It's been pateled already.
And and it's like, we're not going, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we get it, it's going to be so underwhelming that people are going to be like, see, I knew it was nothing there.
Facts.
Right? It was something there. It's the reason why shit just don't come out. Like when one of the princes of the UK is like, yo, I got to step back from official duties because of these files. Yo, something is there.
Yeah.
Something is there. To answer your question, do we really want the files? No. This is what everybody wants is they want the files on their political opposition, right? So if I'm a liberal or if I'm a Democrat, right, I want the files on all the Republicans, right? If I'm a Republican, I want the files on all the Democrats, right? Do we as a country want all the files so we can hold both sides accountable and clean up both parties? I think that answer is absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm interested. What's my girl? I don't like her, so she's not really my girl. Marjorie Taylor, what's her name?
Marjorie Taylor.
She be trying to get. Look, some of y'all be trying to get y'all stuff off. I laugh. I love how politicians are becoming entertainers.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would love for the files to come out. I would have loved for them to come out day one, but they didn't, and they didn't for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And again, right, this goes to show you how much virtue signaling that we do in this country, because it's always like, yeah, we want to protect this person and we want to protect this demographic, and we want to protect this group, and we want to protect these innocents, and then we have an opportunity to, protect them. If the face of the villain isn't a black male, it's like, well, hold on. Let's try to figure it out.
That's my favorite part. Oh, what happened last week? And I was like, if this was a black man, this would have been.
Yeah, it's sickening. So, I mean, to answer your question, do we really want the files? No, we want the files on the people that we hate, but we don't want the files on the people that we might like, right? Like if our boy Bubba is on there, we're gonna be like, damn, man, no, like that ain't real, right? If Mr. Microsoft Excel is on there, we're gonna be like, damn, man, no, I don't really want to see that. But if Mr. Landon Rockets is on there, we're gonna be like, see, I knew he was a weirdo.
Yeah.
Right? If Mr. Reality TV Star on there, we're gonna be like, see, I knew he was a weirdo. Hey. So we don't want it.
Pharrell, the audio is bad on this video. You don't have to talk about politics no more.
I hate that.
For those who don't know, Pharrell was sitting down and he was talking about working hard, and he was talking about somehow he leaned into DEI and talked about, would you rather get a job because of your race or because you're a hard worker?
Oh no, he said because you're the best, right?
Yeah, because you're the best.
Because you're the best,
or your race.
Hold on, I'm gonna find the quote, because the quote is actually pretty offensive.
Oh yeah. I mean, let me see if it's on this video.
No, the audio is bad, but I'm gonna see if I can find the quote, because the quote is actually pretty offensive, and it's not offensive in the sense like you're gonna be like, oh my god, he called people the N-word.
Yeah, he says that he hates politics and doesn't believe in either side. Claim it only encourages division. Then he spoke on DEI. Do you want the job because you're black or because you're the best? That was his exact quote.
Yeah. There you. That's because I was like, I'm pretty sure he said black in there. Like, do you want it because you're black or because you're the best? And this is the issue. I hate when we make it to the top, and I say we, I'm talking about people of Afro descent, right? So this is all Afro descent. This is Haitians, Bahamians, Nigerians.
Not the FBA? I love that term.
The FBA, I hate that term. The Afro Americans. This is all of us. This is all of us as black people. I hate when we make it seem like, there was no opposition due in part to my race. Right?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like there was total opposition due in part to your race. Like Clarence Thomas does not get into Howard. Let me see, Howard.
They're the same. Go ahead.
Harvard. Howard people would say they're the same.
There you go.
Y'all HBCU grads, boy. Y'all are crazy sometimes.
Shout out to the real HU.
Yeah. But like he doesn't get in there during the 50s, right? Without affirmative action, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I hate when they get to the top and then they're like, no, I mean, I was just the best. There's too many examples of being the best and not being selected, right? Like Jackie Robinson wasn't the best baseball player in the Negro League. Wasn't even close. I think when they went back through the list of baseball players to take from the Negro League to MLB, I think they say Jackie Robinson was like number 14. He was really good. Don't get it twisted, right? But he wasn't the best. He wasn't the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I hate this idea when they're just like, well, you're the best. And it's like, no, a lot of times, like especially Pharrell being in the music industry, where we know that the FCC kept black music off the radio. We know that blacks weren't even allowed to have their masters. Like what made Ray Charles so amazing when in that era is because he was one of the few blacks that actually owned his masters. Blacks weren't even allowed to own their masters.
Yeah, few artists.
Yeah. Few artists for sure.
Yeah.
But like, Pharrell comes from this lineage of understanding how race plays, right? And for you now to be, the head of Louis Vuitton in a country of France, by the way, which for all the integration that France offers.
I was about to go there next. Go ahead.
Everybody knows how France treats Francophone nations.
Yeah.
Everybody understands how France treats immigrant blacks, right? That's the crazy part. Most of the blacks aren't even immigrants because they're in French territories. So we all know how France treats, Afro descendants in their place. And for Pharrell to not have this disconnect because he's spending so much time around, wealth and exclusivity, I think it's disappointing.
Yeah, Pharrell reminded me that some people are so disconnected from reality because they've been up so high.
Yeah.
And they forget what it's like. So Pharrell, you probably don't even know what DEI means.
He said it in the clip. He did say it.
He said what?
He said diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, how you hear people talk about DEI, like I'm talking about the other side, right? And they talk about DEI and they
don't have, I get what you're saying.
They're saying like, oh, he's black, so he got the job.
Yeah.
They don't realize like why DEI was put into place. Why do we have these programs?
Like these programs isn't because they're crushing it. These programs come into place because people are preventing
Thank you.
individuals.
So for real, for you to say this, it's mind blowing, but it reminds me, you have been in France the last 3 years.
Yeah.
In Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
The fact that you got your homeboys,
but
you got your homeboys who are ex-drug dealers, who are amazing artists, who is Grammy nominated. The fact that you took them from Norfolk, Virginia, and said, y'all will not record your album in the U.S. You will come to the Louis Vuitton store to record. Imagine us doing a podcast in the Louis Vuitton store.
I would love it. I would love it.
Me too. But for real, that's where you're at in your life, where you are now flying your boys across the world to do an album. And you sitting up here talking to, I'm assuming a group of black people, and you're saying, hey, would you rather get the job because you was
that's a great point, because I don't know who the audience is. If that audience was not black, this is a foul.
Absolutely.
This is a violation. I just assumed that it was a black audience.
I just assume Pharrell ain't that disconnected. But it reminds me, you know how you hear other artists talk about stuff and you be like, Eminem said he had a drug problem because he didn't go outside for like 2 years.
Yeah. I need to put this in the notes. I need to know what audience that was.
We'll report back. But like Eminem talked about it, and he was talking about like, I'd never even been to Target. Like he talked about how long it took him to go back into Target. And I use him because sometimes those people create music that people can't connect to.
Yeah.
They always laugh. They say, why this artist don't make club music? Like, when the last time you think they went to a club?
Facts.
Like, when the last time you think these people went to a college campus and just talked to people, see like what you struggling with, what you got going on.
But if you disconnected, admit that you're disconnected. Don't speak on the community though, right? To your point, right? We're probably a good year away before pod takes off, right?
Thank you.
So let's say, we do get to record in the Louis Vuitton store. Yes, I take 2, right? But let's say, we do get the bag and we do get to record in the store, right? If a year from now, we are 100% disconnected so we don't know what's going on in the community, like, bro, first off, that's damn near impossible to happen, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know where you came from.
Yes.
So anytime I see people that I know came from, I won't even say humble means, because I don't think Pharrell came from a humble means. I think he came from a pretty middle class background. But like when I see people that come from like, regular place and then they're elevated, right? You got to be able to think back to like, there was a time I didn't have this. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak against it, right? Just if I'm at the top, bro, that's a blessing.
It is. And I also wonder if is Pharrell in his position now and he's able to bring in the top quality people and they black into Louis Vuitton. He might think that's how everywhere else works. But he might not realize, they not doing that at Wells Fargo. They not doing that at Bank of America. They not doing that at Target.
Well, you should, because what you should realize is that if I'm not here, they're not here.
Yeah, but he might be so disconnected he don't even realize that.
But here's the thing, though. If this was pandering, to make people feel comfortable, then you got to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to make other people feel comfortable, again, you point out who he was speaking on. Like now I do have to look up the audience because I need to understand if this was a ticky-tack file or if this was a flagrant one. Now I got to go find out.
Also, Pusha T, you got to sit him down and talk to him.
They might be disconnected too.
Yeah, but not. Pusha T, I see him in enough spaces.
Yeah, I get being rich in France. I get it. Like you get over there, you got them Cape Verdean women over there, the French women, the cuisine, stuff is cheap. Louis Vuitton is cheap. You know, I get it
for real.
Yeah, you know, I get it. You get over there and you lose. I guess you know where you come from. You lose sight from where you came from. So, but you got to understand. Hey, I've lost sight where I came from.
Yeah.
So I need to shut up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to shut up. That's all. I need to just be rich.
Malice,
in
I want to
France.
know what you're going to say to him. You're a man of God. I need to see what you're going to say. Also, I hope y'all win a Grammy. So, Rory, this all started because he said, you going to love this. He made a comment that he thinks he hopes the Clips wins a Grammy, but he understands that Kendrick probably will. And the Kendrick fans, they went and found some tweets. And that's how he got caught up. I meant to text you that.
You know what? Out of those two groups, like who would I want to win that Grammy more? Oh gosh, I don't know. You kind of got me against the wall on that one.
No. It's going to Kendrick, but it should go to the Clips.
To be fair, I think the Clips put out a better album.
No.
I think they put out a better album. I think I like that one. I think the hype behind GNX was more.
It was no hype behind it. Remember, it was a surprise album.
We knew that album was coming, man.
No, we didn't.
We didn't know when it was dropping. Well, we definitely knew Kendrick was dropping an album.
Everybody thought he would drop an album after the Super Bowl. He dropped it like 3 months before.
Yeah, bro, we knew that album was coming.
No, we didn't.
We didn't know when it was. We knew Kendrick was dropping an album, man.
Yeah, but
it was not like a surprise. It was like we didn't know when, but everybody knew that Kendrick was dropping an album.
Jay-Z is dropping an album. If he drops it tomorrow, we know Jay-Z is working on music.
Yeah,
yes.
So if he drops it tomorroa, we can't be like, oh, it's a surprise album.
Absolutely, you can.
No, we know it's coming. We just don't know when.
That's a surprise, Mike.
That's not a surprise is when you don't know. If you went home today and your wife had a surprise Gavin, you're a great husband birthday party, right?
She already did that.
Not even birthday party, just a Gavin, you're a great husband party, excuse me, right?
Or a gift.
That would be surprise. That would be a surprise.
Yes.
But if you know it's coming, right? If she say, you know what, I'm going to throw you a you're an amazing husband party. I keep saying birthday party, right? Then that's not a surprise. It'll be like, oh, I wasn't expecting it, but I knew it was coming.
That was a surprise album.
Oh my God.
The Clips is definitely. I like the Clips to win. Here's the thing.
Kendrick gonna win it. The award's going to Kendrick. Obviously.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm only way it won't go to Kendrick if Kendrick wins Album of the Year. And I don't know if he's going to beat out. We should have went through the Grammys. I don't know if he's going to beat out. I forgot who's up there, but it's like the pop people are up there, and I don't know if he's gonna.
Rap's not beating pop anymore.
No, not anymore.
Yeah,
but I mean, this is the year the albums are so weak. But it's like, but the rap album, it should go to Clips. But I think that they're gonna give the Clips. The Clips is gonna win something because they have a song with Kendrick that's up for a Grammy. So I think that's how they're gonna make peace with both. You looking up the album of the year?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who's running for album of the year.
Oh, probably Lady Gaga, Kendrick, Sabrina Carpenter dropped something.
It's it's record of the year. Is that album of the year?
Nah, it's actually album of the year.
Okay, album of the year. All right, category 2. Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter, Clips, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, Leon Thomas, Tyler the Creator.
That's going to Bad Bunny.
This is not as impressive of a list as I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to Bad Bunny.
But the music industry bought up everybody's music. They about to repurpose y'all shit, and they done said, fuck making music.
You need to look up Bad Bunny's record label.
Who's this label?
It's a Puerto Rican label, and Sony only owns like 30% of it. I know he cashing.
Yeah, Bad Bunny's definitely winning album of the year.
And that album is fire.
It really is. I have a lot of Bad Bunny.
I don't know what he's saying on none of it, but it's fire.
I understand a little bit.
We know why. But yeah, Bad Bunny's gonna win that in
This is a terrible list.
whole thing. Native Land. She's walking back. She keep walking back. We get a clip every week from her. Hold on, let me play this. It's short, so we can play this one. She keep walking stuff back. Hold on.
Us in our love for each other, but also in our politics.
It's better start over, y'all. Don't worry
I
about
want
it.
to talk a little bit about Joe Budden because I'm hearing what you guys are saying, and I've listened to Native Land, so I get the vibes. I'm your audience. I am your target audience. Joe and his friends don't seem to think that. There was a conversation with them.
I wish she would have said what they don't think.
Well,
she's not making it clear.
Who's speaking right now? That's not Tiffany.
The host.
That's Tiffany Cross.
This is a pretty dark skinned chick. I like her locks. But this is the host. Tiffany is about to speak.
Okay.
But the host is saying, I'm y'all audience, and Joe don't seem to think that, and I don't know what that means. What is that?
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah, and I don't like when y'all do that because you need to make it clear.
Gets the people
as a man,
going.
Yeah, as a man, I would have been like, what is that?
Yeah, what are you saying?
What are you saying? But let's continue.
On their show recently, sort of calling you guys out about your conversations about anti-intellectualism, and they don't see it as a safe space. They believe there's a divide, and I just want, if you saw those clips, number one, and then if you did, what you thought about the conversation they had.
I've only seen clips that people sent me, but I understand they did an entire segment, and I have every intention of watching the entire segment because I'm curious what they had to
Pause. That got you in trouble the last time. We have to learn from our mistakes. If you got caught up because you didn't listen to full statements before, you should not do follow-up saying, I intend to listen to the full thing, their full response.
Well, Gavin, you forget what entitlement is.
But let's continue.
say. But I do think it's a really important conversation for us to have because on the show, the point that I was trying to make is that there is an anti-intellectual movement ravaging the Black community. And that is true. And a part of that movement includes things like social.
That is not true. But it's not true.
No, it's not true, but you're able to get it off because you're able to, what you're able to say is you're stupider than me, right? Like, that's all you say.
Yeah, that's the division, but we'll get to that later. And she wearing the sandals that I don't like that girls wear.
Media, AI, and yes, it does also include this very toxic podcast bro landscape.
Pause.
Toxic You know, we spoke of this last week, right? Me disagreeing with you does not make me a toxic podcast bro.
The manosphere.
Yeah, I can disagree with you. Okay, I can say, you know what, I don't like what you're saying. Part of what we do, right, when we come on is, hey, it's barbershop talk, right? We're not here to say you got to speak at the school tomorrow. You will not speak to those kids the way you're speaking right now on the pod.
Correct. I am code switching.
Yep. So this idea that when men are on podcasts and we're just having a good time and you're like, yo, we misusing words, we're bringing up, we tripping, we're going too fast, right? That's not anti-intellectualism, right?
Yes.
What that is saying is like, yo, this is a space where we just relax for a moment.
You know what I think has happened? So I understand what she's trying to get at. She thinks that the whole thing, if you just now tuning in, or you not just now tuning in, if this is your first time listening, you haven't heard us talk about it in the past, and maybe you don't listen to Joe Budden, let's call him a doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Mark Lamont Hill had an issue with one of the guys on the show, Flip. Shout out to Queens Flip. Queens get the money, whatever. Shout out to Flip the network. I'm in your Twitter space. It's interesting to say the least. They get in an argument. Mark and Flip scream at each other. Mark doing more screaming. Flip gets up, which I thought was immature and not smart, and steps towards Mark. Mark, then being the man, is just like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he has every right to do that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm sitting down and we arguing, you step up and walk towards me, I got to assume some of y'all don't know how to read rooms, so you're trying to play off what Flip did.
Yeah.
Mike told me, Ez told me, if we ever get in a fight, this is what you do, this is what I do, this is what Mike told me we are doing. So I always knew.
Yeah.
So anyway, you have to learn those things, right? And Flip apologized later because he knew what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
And he was saying, Flip was just, he gave him his reason for it, but he walked it back and said, my bad. Cool, bad. Angela Robb, Bakari, Andrew Gillum, and Tiffany got on a show and they told Mark to come home.
Yeah.
That is a very important statement.
Yep.
You don't even need to know nothing else. Just know that they said, "Come on home, brother."
Don't be over there talking to them that don't understand you. Because what it was is Mark was like, "I don't use tricky words. I use words that are tricky to you,"
which is hilarious.
That was hilarious. It was a bar. It was a bar, but it was also rude, right?
Well, Flip just said, "Yo, you keep using all these tricky words." So the follow up to rebuttal was amazing.
So look, it was rude, but that's how men talk to one another. Funny enough, I was talking to one of my friends. I was like, one of the things that I said I never really realized was, when women say they want equality, right? Mm-hmm. And like as men, we start talking to women the way we talk to men. I was like, I think one of the things that women didn't realize is how rude men are to one another.
Facts.
Like it's a very brutal conversation.
One time we was hooping and this dude, he got fouled hard and he was arguing with True. Shout out to True, a black dad. And so they were arguing and I was trying to explain to True, yo, he's right.
Yeah.
The dude told me to shut up. And I'm like, True on my team. True on my team. And I'm telling True,
I'm trying to help you.
I'm like, yo, you good. And he said something else. So I looked at him. I said, all right, tough guy.
Yeah.
He ain't like that.
Yeah, man.
So he started taking shit off. And I'm like,
what are you doing?
And it was funny because my boys got in the middle. Yeah. And one of my homeboys said something stupid about airing out the gym. If you know, you know. But anyway, when he did this, and he was upset. So he walked off to cool down. And I said, what? He want to be tough. Yeah. He's a tough guy. Boy, that nigga turned around so fucking quick. But it was one of those things. So I get what Mark is doing. And dudes say shit because it's like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, they did a follow-up and Tiffany has been walking back because now it is that conversation. I'm going to tell you what I think the division is. It's not that Joe is create a spot where if you're intelligent, you can't come sit here. He's cool with it. Mm-hmm. I think he understands, like you said in the barbershop. I think the problem that intellectuals, super intellectual, and people who see themselves as intellectuals, if you ever talk to somebody that's really smart, they don't throw in your face that they smart. Mm-hmm. They kind of just live in their area, whatever. The true intelligent folks, if they know they on level 10, they know how to communicate with people on level 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and below. The problem is, it's hard for an Angela Rye, and I'm just throwing out a name, Angela, so don't be upset. It's hard for a Tiffany. It's hard for an Angela. It's hard for them to go sit with, let's say Sexy Red has a podcast. It's hard for them to sit with her and be able to communicate what's going on her level. Even though I've said this multiple times, I've run into people who have met Sexy Red that works at concert venue. That girl's cosplaying. She is not who y'all say she is. The baby, the exact same way. Yeah. I'm just telling y'all what is going on out here. But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day. It's hard for them to go sit on a lip service with Angela Yee and talk about sex and being raunchy.
Well, because they've made it a persona, right? It's not really. I hate what I'm about to say, right? It's not really who they are.
Facts.
Right? Like one of the things I think what people when find this podcast, what they like is that like whatever version you see of Pastor Mike Will and Gavin B. That's who they are. I don't think we said everything, but I think people look at it and be like, that's who they are, right?
Yeah, facts.
But when you look at someone that has put on a persona, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, yo, that looks exhausting.
They do, and that's when they get burnt out and they crash out. I get it. But I would love to see Tiffany go sit with go sit on Horrible Decisions.
Yeah, decisions.
Oh, they changed it?
Yeah, they changed it.
I bet you did with that contract, perpetuity, baby. But you know what I'm saying? Go sit there. Go on there and talk about that. But it's hard for them to be able to communicate on those different levels. So they think that, hey, because I can't come over there and shame you or come over there and outsmart you or out-intellect you, however you want to look at it, it's hard for them to translate in those areas. So they think that, they don't want us there. When those people would love to come, you know how dope it is to have the girl from CNN who was killing shit to come sit on your podcast? Yeah, that should be dope.
And here's the thing: we're fans of all these people, right? Like we was fans of Andrew Gillum when he was running for governor. Before,
I want to know what happened in that hotel
before he got caught up in the room. Right?
I want to know what happened.
We was friends of Angela Rye when she was on CNN
smoking it.
You know what I'm saying? Like we loved her. Like we was a fan of Tiffany Cross having her own show. You know what I'm saying, on MSNBC. So like for us to be fans of you, and then the moment you have an opportunity to take a shot at normalcy, right? I'm not even gonna say normal individual, right? But just normalcy, right? Like people that are just saying, all right, we're just potting, right? And then for you to just be like, yeah, the podcast bros, like, what are you doing? Yeah, man, what are you doing?
Shout out to Melissa Ford walking up them steps yesterday. I know that crash out about to be beautiful, baby. I love to see it. You seen her walk up them steps?
I did. Like, is that new? I mean, I knew I could look at her face and tell that it's not old.
Yeah.
You know, but like what was that for? Is that an intro into the podcast? Like, what was that for?
You've been on this world longer than me. You know what that's for.
But she just made the comment like not even 30 days ago of being objectified.
We are learning that a lot. I said this to somebody when they was talking about ice talking about ice race today. We learning every day that more people are mentally unwell on the internet.
This is true.
You've only been saying that for 2 years.
I haven't said that people are mentally unwell. The video was just like, okay.
That shit is fat though. She is one of the ghosts. The video vixen ghost.
Her and
Vita Guerrera?
Yeah, boy.
I got a magazine signed from a Dove magazine car show. That was me. Signed to Vita Guerrera. Vita up there.
Vita's one. Vita.
Buffy up there.
Yeah, Buffy. What was the? Gosh, see, I'm sorry colors when I say this because I was gonna say what's the dark skinned girl name? It was Buffy and it was somebody else. Oh, what is her name?
I was too young.
She was up there too though.
Yeah,
but like video vixen. That was an era. Like it's funny enough that was a whole era where it was just like the women that are in rap videos, literal rap.
You talking
videos.
about Esther Baxter? You can't be talking about her.
What's that?
That's the chick who slept with Bow Wow when he was underage, but we let that shit rock too.
Boy, you be throwing stuff in there, man. Then I do the nervous laugh, and then make it seem like I'm laughing at what you said.
I got so many just random facts stored in my head of like shit that we let pass on the internet that I just knew was gonna go crazy. I knew that was gonna go crazy.
Bruh, we talked about this 30 minutes ago. We only want the people that we hate to get caught up. The people that we like, we Dana White that shit, and we move on.
Hey man, hold on. Vixens.
I really need to know why Melissa Ford made that video though.
Also, Buffy the Body, Corinne, Esther Baxter, Vita, Gloria Velez, you was up there.
Might be Esther Baxter.
My favorite is Tay Heckert. I don't even know how to say your last name, but LaShante, I love you. I've been following you. I've been saying since high school, you in my top 5 of all time. She is beautiful. Bobby Brown, who is she?
I don't know. Vita Guerrera was that was mine. That was my I think that was like the first Maxim magazine I bought. I didn't buy it because she was on it. This is when I started my reading era.
Calling it reading is crazy. Joe Budden, if you sue Vibe magazine or I think it was World Star, whoever the magazine is that's putting out crazy stuff about you, I wouldn't be shocked. But I think you're gonna just take this on the chin and keep it moving. They running some story about him being a cuck, and it's like,
Vibe is running the story on Joe being a cuck.
Yeah, but I think World Star picked it up.
You know, I hate when we try to shame men for whatever they're sexually into.
Well, this ain't the thing. He talks for at least 8 hours every week. At least, at minimum, he speaks on a microphone for 8 hours every week. If you're saying this, that means you've heard it, and because you're saying he said this.
Yeah.
Where's the proof? Because I know you got it. He speaks for 8 hours every week, Mike. It's like you have to say it somewhere. And I'm like, bro. And it's one of them things where it's just like, it's crazy. And only reason why I wouldn't be surprised if he do something is because it involves his girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking about you and her. You talking about me and my girl's sexual excursions and you putting smut on my name. So I'll just be interested on that. Ask a Dad video brought to you by Victory Dental. We are actually going to play a little game where we're going to play a video and we get to play the game of who was wrong, the guy or the girl. Here we go. Hold on. Why my private browsing be on?
You know your private browser be on.
I stopped approaching women after I went on a date with this girl. Movie, dinner, drinks. I paid for everything. We went back to my crib, touched each other private parts, all on the first link. We scheduled our second date a week later at this event downtown. Day before the event, I come down with a bad fever, so I cancel. She decides to still go. I was bedridden, not in the mood to cook or anything, so I asked if she could drop me off some food. She says, no, I can't. That's girlfriend behavior. So you were cool with me whining and dining you at my expense, sleeping with me on the first date, but dropping off a plate of food that I was going to pay for is where you draw the line? The dating game all messed up. Like, if a woman isn't showing interest first, it's...
All right, who wrong? Him or her?
I'm going to say neither. I'm going to say neither. I'm going to say neither because this is the thing. If y'all like went out, linked up, had adult time on the first date, like she was feeling you. So the fact she ain't coming over there now and she ain't say, I don't want to get sick, right? It kind of lets me know you kind of flub the landing on that first link up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, for a woman, like, yo, you got to give a man a second chance, but you gave him a first chance quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't put it down. Like, yo, you put it down, bro. She bringing that chicken noodle soup.
Yeah,
She bringing it over.
Hey, bro, I'm sorry. I think he's blowing this out of proportion. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, I do, because y'all not dating. Like, y'all just linked up.
You cracked on the first night.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all she wanted. Even though, and she might have said, yo, he want to take me somewhere. Or second night, maybe I go, but you know what? He's sick. Now he asking for food. Sis, you ain't have to say that's girlfriend behavior, but also he could be lying because that's.
Well, I do believe it because women love saying that. That's wife behavior. That's wife. And look, and I always say that's a red flag whenever I hear a woman say that, right?
Huh.
If a woman say like, yo, I'm going to do that for my husband, I know she ain't going to ever do it.
Oh, facts.
she ain't going to ever do it. Like, you're gonna have those behaviors well before you ever get married. So if you say, I'm only going to do it for my husband, you're never going to do it.
A shorty who I know who is still single to this day, I remember she used to always tell me, we used to have conversations about sex and she'd be like, oh, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. When I get a man, I do it then. And I was like, And I remember one time the opportunity came for us to like see if we want to talk. I was like, no. I'm good because I know you're not going to do that later.
Yeah. And if he cracked on the first night.
And I want it now. Yeah. If you cracked on the first night, man.
Like you was in there, bro. You was in there. So the fact that she's not coming back over, like, yo, real talk, you just didn't do it. You ain't do the thing. Because I promise you, if you do the thing, bro, like, yo, that chicken noodle soup coming, bro.
Yeah.
Like the moment you told her you was sick, she would have been like, I ain't going. I'm coming there to take care of you.
Yeah.
Now, look, with that being said,
he did have a fever though.
It is hard. It is hard to knock it out of the park on the first night.
Really?
It really is. Because nerves, bro. It really is, especially if you really, really like her.
I've never had have I ever had a one night stand? I'm trying to think.
One night stand, first crack, bro, it's hard to knock it out of the park, bro.
No, I had something. It wasn't a one night stand. I ain't gonna lie on my peen. I was trying to think about it.
Yeah, but
it was I met her.
Well, not even one night stand. Like, how about first night, y'all? Like first date crack. You know what I'm saying? Like a first date crack. It's hard to knock it out of the park on a first date crack, bro.
He ain't Gavin. I am Gavin B. Did that.
I ain't say it's impossible. It is hard.
Oh yeah, nah.
On the first night crack, bro, like it's nerve. It's because, and then not only that, like sometimes, bro, they spring that shit on you. You know what I'm saying? You be like, all right, I would drop you off. And she be like, yo, you want to come in? You be like, yeah, I want to come in.
First time I ever had sex, I was super nervous. It was bad. Yeah,
I mean that's like most guys. Like most of us aren't born porn stars.
Yeah, and
like, we become porn stars.
It was a Honda. Like,
it was a car sex. Like, of course it was terrible.
I didn't know. I ain't never did it before.
Of course it was terrible. But yeah, like, look, I get it. First time links, man. First time links are iffy, bro. Like if you can throw a C- in there, you might be good.
You
to
doing
go.
something. Shout out to the sports section. Mimi said, "Stop saying she ain't coming here. She wants to come to the pod. She wants to just come and sit.
Yeah,
watch that. We're gonna have $100 tier on Patreon where y'all can come in here and watch us. Shit, Michael, let that rock. Also, this is a great time to tell y'all, if you love what you hear, go sign up for Patreon for free right now. The reason why I'm telling you, we have a tier. Sign up for free. When we need you to sign up, and then you can later decide if you want to join and win. We're going to tell y'all when to start joining, but we need y'all to start getting there and going there so you can understand what's going on.
Yeah, please join the Patreon. We need to start dropping the link.
Absolutely. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple right now, or on YouTube, it is the first link that you will run across.
Hey, go ahead and sign up for that, folks. And it's easy to sign up. It's like quick sign up. Like you can just hit Google or...
Yes. And also, I want to tell everybody this. I don't know what the deal is between Patreon. Well, it's Apple. If you go on patreon.com and you sign up that way, when you do subscribe, you get money off. So like if it's the $25 tier, if you pay for it through Apple, it's like $30. It's something weird.
Yeah.
And so if you just go on Patreon, it's not something weird. It's like what Apple's doing.
Yeah,
Apple taxing.
They collect their 30%.
Absolutely. And it's BS, but whatever. Here we go. Jamar Chase, he is suspended for 1 game. Should he, because everybody knows he spit on Jalem Ramsey.
Yeah.
Should he appeal the suspension?
No, he just need to go and eat that. You did it. Move on from it.
Take that $500 loss? $500,000?
Yeah, you don't spit on people. Not unless she asks for it.
No. I was saying there's certain acts that you got to understand that something's coming with that.
Yeah. No, you don't appeal anything. You did what you did. You know, I even understand you saying that you didn't do it to the media. After I never understand why sports players are honest with the media. Like I would never tell you guys the truth.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Like for what?
But my thing is like, if Jalem Ramsey want to see you after the game, you got to understand the fade is coming.
Yeah, you gotta understand that. You gotta. And matter of fact, you know, you low key might need to send him something. You know what I'm saying? Like pay the fine and just be like, hey, bro, this presidential's on the way.
Yeah,
like my bad.
Or if you want to run, if you need 5 minutes, we got to run it.
Yeah,
because you don't get to spit on me and you think it's okay.
Yeah. No, like Chase, too far.
I am done with fantasy.
And took your last loss.
Shout out to Tia. She's a listener of the pod. I don't even know if I should shout her out. I was gonna make a deal with her, but I didn't, man. But shout out to her, man. She, I was cheated. When you're punter, I had San Francisco's punter. He scored the second most points.
Kicker,
yeah. I had the second most point. He gave me my second most point. That's how bad my team did.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so it was over for me. USC, tough loss.
It's not even a tough loss, man.
Y'all was up like 31-10 or 30-10.
It was 30. No, it was 30-3 at halftime, bro. 30-3.
I turned it off.
Yeah, they came back, on us, man. Like, man, bro.
How does that make you feel?
It really makes me like hate my aunt for being a Gamecock fan when I was 4 years old. like how dare she? Like she could have been a fan of anybody, and like why was she a Gamecock fan? Like babysitting me, like that's child abuse.
UNCC plays Georgia this week. Georgia is ranked 5. Let's see, when is spread gonna come out?
Today's Tuesday. Yeah, you'll probably get that one on Thursday.
All right, it is a 99% chance that Georgia will win. I think
99.
Yeah,
that's damn near it should be 100.
No. 99 is good. We're going to take this win. I'm willing to put money on this game. Is this the game where you should bet on the Georgia players, like when you do your prize picks?
They're not. Oh, prize pick might have. I'm about to say nobody. They're not going to have any Georgia players props. Not for this game. Like this, it's going to be Georgia like minus. I would say 48 and a half, but 40 and a half UNCC might cover because Georgia's not really known for blowing teams out. But this UNCC's team is so bad.
They horrible.
That they might accidentally hit. So I think the spread is probably going to be like minus 44 and a half probably.
I'm telling everybody, take UNCC.
No, that 44 and a half, I might take Georgia. 48 and a half though, because that's almost a touchdown difference. I might take them because Georgia just might not reach it because they might just run the ball all day and the game ends quickly. So they might not reach it just because they run out of time.
Hey man, when we win, don't y'all say nothing to me all week.
Hey, Charlotte's gonna be good in the future. It's just that right now that team is not good. But Charlotte, in the next decade, like that team is going to be good.
Yeah, we just need a couple of things. We putting people in the league more than Davidson is.
Yeah, because all they got to do is once they start taking the players that typically would go down to East Carolina and App State, and those guys come here. Only thing they got to do then is just start stealing the undersized guys that go to South Carolina, NC State, Duke. They just got to take those guys because Charlotte is a place where people are wanting to come to. I mean, that campus has grown. I mean, campus has like doubled since I graduated, bro.
Facts.
That's crazy.
Wimbiana listed his top starting 5. Point guard, he got Steph Curry. Shooting guard, he got MJ, of course. Small forward is LeBron, of course. Power forward is Timmy. And center is Shaq. Any problems with anybody on this list?
Steph should not be point guard. Point guard, your starting point guard is always Magic Johnson. Period, point blank. If you're going to start a team, it's Magic Johnson. Like, these kids born with the 2 in front of their names, it's so disrespectful, man. Like, it's
born from the 2000s.
Yeah, like you gotta.
It's not that disrespectful.
Steph Curry,
they 1 or 2. It's 1 and 2.
Yeah, I would. Steph is an all time GOAT, right? But it's like if you're running a team, you're building an all time great team. First, not even if you're building an all time great team. Like if you got a terrible team, like who do you want to be on that terrible team? Do you want Magic Johnson? Or you want Steph Curry? You gonna want Magic. And if you have an all-time great team, who do you want to be your point guard? Do you want it to be Magic Johnson or you want it to be Steph Curry? You want it to be Magic.
Victor Wimbiana, I ain't mad at you. I have Steph as my starting point guard as well. I think that is amazing. I'm glad you didn't try to put he ain't in here. I ain't going to say it. But I don't have a problem with nobody on this list. I did see a list of like the Mount Rushmores of positions this week, and it was so disrespectful. I didn't want to bring it here. I think on the small forward ones, Katie wasn't on it. Shooting guards had AI on it, whatever. Which I'm not mad at.
AI at number 5, I could see. I mean,
Mount Rushmore is only 4 people. So you're talking about the top 4.
So yeah, he would fall off there. Let's see here, shooting guards.
But
Kobe, Mike,
Wade.
I'm not Wade. I'm actually what's my name? Jerry West. And
You do like Jerry West. God.
I mean, he's the logo, man. I don't know how anybody can't
The
like
NBA
him.
said that's not him. This is the greatest lie of their
I know, right?
sports.
What's my boy? I mean, if you're talking about shooting guards, I mean Oscar Robertson. It depends on where you put Oscar. Are you saying Oscar?
He was on the point guard.
He was on the point guard. Okay, it depends where you put him. AI might make number 4. I mean, who do you like better than him or D Wade? I would say as a 2 guard, Dwayne Wade is a better 2 guard.
Dwayne Wade had a better 5-year start than AI, but overall, AI.
Yeah, I mean, that would be debatable. I mean, that would be debatable.
But I ain't, and then I don't think Shaq made the center. It was like Kareem, Bill Russell.
No, take Bill Russell off.
Will, and then it was Hakeem.
Let's see here. No, Shaq would be on that list. You take Bill Russell off and you put Shaq in there.
Hey man, they shit on Bill Russell's bed, so you kind of got to put him in there.
Yeah, you kind of got to put him in there. I mean, I love Bill Russell, but yeah, like, bro, no, it's Wilt, Shaq, Kareem, and Hakeem. Like,
it's interesting.
Wemby, his trajectory is Wemby a center? Like, what do they have him listed as? Like, what is his official position? Is it center?
Yeah, he is center.
Okay, so Wemby's definitely going to end up on that list
if he play long enough, for sure.
Yeah,
I hope he do. I mean, the problem with people that tall is
they typically have a bunch of injuries. Yeah,
so
but I mean, he came back. He done put on weight, man. Look like he's taking it. He's taking it serious.
Yeah.
He low key, he is too tall.
Yeah, but the way he handles the ball, eventually when he starts bringing the ball up court, y'all gonna have to double team him.
Yeah, I mean, the low key, the guy is just too tall. You can't do anything with the guy.
Nah.
You can, nothing. I mean, he's in the paint, bro. You could do nothing.
Nah, he dunked on Draymond and screamed in his face. That was amazing.
Well, that because Draymond was doing everything prior. I approve of that move, but it wasn't impressive. Like, yo, Draymond's 6'6", Wemby's 7'6".
Facts. The Cowboys in the opening play yesterday benched Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. I want to know what that's about. They won't say.
Yeah, I wonder what
they
was
said
that
it was
about?
a coach's decision. It wasn't injury prone, and they didn't say. They asked somebody, was it drama in the locker room before? And he said, you should talk to the coach, which was enough for me to let me know what's up. I don't like when coaches do that.
What, bench players?
Yeah, for a half. And it's trauma because it happened to me my senior year of basketball. My coach got mad because I missed practice. Me and one other boy missed practice, and he didn't tell us. So when he did the starting lineup, I was highly confused.
Yeah, I mean, but you got a bench if you miss practice.
Well, you know what I did, being me. Oh, halftime I changed out, and I went home. I said I don't. And the next day he tried to pull me in the office.
Yeah,
with the teacher, and he thought it was going one. What Marlo said on The Wire.
You want it one way. But it's the other way.
It's the other way. And so when I walked in that office, mind you, I never seen The Wire at this time, but it's a great quote. There's a quote from The Wire for any situation.
There really is. And you know what I hate about that quote is that he actually killed that security guard. That I hate.
Well, the security guard stepped to him.
Yeah, I don't.
Marlo, you didn't have to kill the security guard. That was disrespectful.
That was a bridge too far.
He got too close.
You know, but you know what? The other thing I love about The Wire is at the end of it, like the bad guys got away. Marlo got away.
The thing I love about The Wire is everybody would replace somebody who started The Wire.
Yeah.
So Marlo becomes Avon. Mike becomes he becomes
Omar.
Basically. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? Dookie becomes Bubs.
Yeah, that was
sad.
That was sad.
That was probably my saddest. That and the little boy getting killed upstairs when they had the shootout, and his mom was like telling him to go brush his teeth to get ready for school. That's probably the saddest. But Dookie, what happened to Dookie? And I feel bad because his name is Dookie.
Yeah, we should have seen it coming.
Yeah, it was so sad, and but.
We are some yappers. We are some professional yappers.
Absolutely, but I would say this. We went into the principal's office and the coach said he wanted to talk about my attitude and how it was shitty. He said, you missed practice. And I told him, I said, you had over the summer, before it's not even basketball season, I never missed a practice. Some days I got there and I was the only one. I said, I travel the farthest from everybody in the school to come play basketball. I said, I'm not rich. We don't live in Mooresville. We don't live in Cornelius.
No.
I live in Huntersville, which ain't poor by no means, but it's the farthest. We was the brokest people in the school. I said, so I travel up here every day. I travel 45 minutes to come to school.
Yeah.
So when I come to practice, I said, you ain't never benched nobody, but you benched me because, and he was like, well, it was going to be for a half. I said, no. If I said, I go home after school every day and I have to drive all the way back up here, you doing this and I'm not playing because I missed one practice.
Yeah.
I was like, I already know what time it is. And he ain't benched me after that. He thought it was going to be one way.
It was the other way.
Yeah, nigga. Put the lollipops back. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your place. Also, that lesson taught me in The Wire that every fight ain't your fight.
Yeah. Pay attention.
It's a
to
lollipop,
the attention
bro.
that pays.
It's a dum-dum.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
You know this.
Yeah.
What you got planned this weekend?
Not much, man. Working on everything for our community to be built. How do y'all want to be referred to? I don't like tribe. So do we go with community or do we go with congregation to keep with the church vibe?
I like the congregation. We need a name. Mimi, get on that. Or Marcia. Marcia ain't gonna see this for about 4 weeks. So
Yeah.
that's the problem with her. I gotta hit her up.
Do we go with the congregation?
Yeah, I like the congregation, man. But we're gonna start. Look, some of y'all about to become ushers. Put y'all in charge. Something, man.
Ushers and deacons. I don't know. I kind of like the whole church repurposing for the pod. I think that's unique.
Tomorrow I'll be at McClintock. Hopefully they have school tomorrow. It's a half day. We'll see. Plus with all the drama going on, but I'll be there tomorrow.
I'm ready for the drama to leave Charlotte though. Real talk.
Absolutely. Thanksgiving. We got to do a Thanksgiving pod next week. We got to do something.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I forgot. Damn, Thanksgiving is next week, isn't it?
We got to figure something out. Oh yeah, we got to give them a fire pod to listen to with their family on Thanksgiving. But yeah, man, we want to thank y'all for listening. Subscribe on the YouTube. Go to the Patreon. Send this to your mama. Send this to your baby daddy's mama. Send this to you.
Send it to the men. Do not send these to the women.
Oh. Well, send it to whoever's going to buy a tier on our Patreon.
This is true.
We don't care. Gender doesn't matter or no gender matter. If you're non-binary, subscribe. I do not give a damn at this point. But with that, we're going to holler at y'all next time.
Holla at your boy.